Good morning to us from different part of the world, guys. Welcome back to MyQFX weekly webinar. Today is the first trading day of the week and the first trading day of the month, 3rd of August 2026. I always mention every time when there's a first or last trading day of the week and the month, reason behind it because it's very important for traders to know that beginning of the month, we have to wait for the market to develop certain direction before we jump into the trade. And end of the month, end of the week is very important because most of the institutions, banks, they are closing their books. So we make sure if you have a positive portfolio of the month or the week, we stay positive. In this business, consistency, positive portfolio is very, very important. I hope that makes sense. All right. So just recap for those traders or members who is going to join first time or is going to watch first time on my QFX YouTube channel. That what is my QFX? My QFX is the gateway to practical forex training and the real-time market analysis. So it is a comprehensive forex training and market analysis platform designed for both novice and experienced traders. So whether you are just starting your trading journey or seasoned professional, MyQFX offers the tools and insight you need to succeed. And I will show you and I will give you insight out of the MyQFX during this webinar. And I will explain to you how these tools, this application, this system help both traders for novice and experienced. Okay, so before that, we're just gonna go to the disclaimer. I'm not going to read all of them. Just gonna read the last paragraph. This is homework. I'm not affiliate with nor do I represent any security broker, dealer, or investment company. I'm not licensed or qualified to provide investment advice. Any trading decisions I share are for information purpose only and should not be taken as financial or investment advice. It is important to verify all information independently. Any action you take based on that information are entirely your own responsibility. Okay, so the format of this webinar is we're going to look at the high impact upcoming news. We're going to look at for the whole week, but in MyQFX platform, we go through all those high impact news every single day. Then we're going to do a live and technical analysis. We're going to look at the price mainly pairs we trade in MyQFX majors and the exotic pairs. So all the majors against the dollar we analyze in a 4-hour time frame, and then we have our intraday system where we do more further and do analysis in terms of refine our entries and exit. And all the exotic and the gold, we analyze those pairs in 1-hour chart time frame, and we have our own intraday system to refine our entries and exit. And we're gonna go through the MyQFX analysis performance too, and I will show you, today how we analyze the market, and we did few updates in terms of charts, especially for the gold. I'll give you more details, and I'm going to show you all the performance analysis, and I will also show you how we traded today, one of the account, which is we are managing it, and I will show you how we do it so that you will get more confidence that how to use this platform. Okay, so quickly, MyQFX is free for all MyQBN member, and it is a part of the BDM business development tool. So make sure you avail this opportunity. But if you are not MyQBN member, you still can avail to use this MyQFX platform. We have 3 options here. I'm just gonna go quickly. If you open up $500 of an account with our collaborative partner, that is basically QBN Global, and then you will have access of 3 months access of this platform. So the most key important part of the platform is the real-time trade analysis and updates. And of course, we have all these features which you can find in MyQFX website. But if you want to avail for 12 months of free access, so open a $1,000 of an account, and of course you will have all the features of MyQFX platform, but you will also get one-to-one session with me or one of my team member. And as long as you actively trading this account through MyQFX platform, you will get the free access depend on which package you are going to do. So if you want to trade with your own broker, you still have the opportunity. We are charging $149 per month. And of course, if you are performing very well, very good, there's also opportunities to get funded. But funding opportunity, we're also giving these options here as well, as long as you trade through MyQFX platform, have developed a positive portfolio. As you know, we have a huge MyQBN community. We are happy to broadcast your portfolio towards them, and anyone who is going to follow you, you will get benefit too. So that's another opportunity we have it. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding MyKFX platform, I'm also offering private one-to-one coaching and session, including funding through MyQFX platform. So if you need more of that information, you can just email us at hello@myqfx.com. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at this week, the high impact news. So in every day we look at, like today we had this news came out. If you look at this positive data, we had a nice, beautiful short trades, all the major against the dollar, plus we have a nice, beautiful short trades on gold. So if you look at today, we had only one high impact news came out, which is the ISM manufacturer PMI. The data was positive, was expected positive too, but came out as positive too. That give us a little bit push to the dollar, all against the major and the gold. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we don't have any high impact news during London morning session and the New York session, but 11:45 London time, we have unemployment changes coming quarter by quarter for the Kiwi, expected slightly lower. Then we have unemployment rate has been increased. There's not good sign for the Kiwi. We'll see when the data is going to come. Then we look at the price action. Wednesday, as you know, we don't have any high impact news. Thursday, we don't have any high impact news. Friday, as you know, this week is the first trading week of the month. So we are expecting non-farm payroll, non-farm change as unemployment rate for the dollar. And also we had an unemployment change, unemployment rate is coming for the CAD. If you look at the data, we expecting 15.0K versus 18.2K. Slightly big difference. We have 6.8 unemployment rate exactly the same. We have for dollar average earning month by month exactly the same, but non-farm employment change, the numbers specific is quite big difference. We'll see how that's going to make impact to the dollar. Unemployment rate is exactly the same. So in nutshell, we are looking here, we're expecting some nice move on Friday. And rest of the week, we know that during London and the New York session, we don't have any high impact news. But we'll see it during the geopolitical situation. Let's see if anything comes up, then we will take opportunity accordingly. All right, so in nutshell, Friday, we're expecting some nice move. We'll see how that's going to go. Tuesday, this specifically for the Asian session trader, they're probably going to be, focus on Kiwi dollar, and see if there's any opportunities develop. But let's look at the technical side of it. And what we're going to do, I'm going to be looking Euro USD, pound dollar, pound yen, and gold. And the four pairs, I'm going to be analyzing it, and I will show you how we analyze it in the MyQFX platform. And I will show you the goal, how we trade it today as well. Okay, so if you look at the Euro USD, We have, if you look at the last week, we had little push. You can see here we have this consolidation. We price nicely broken this consolidation. As always mentioned, every time when the price break recent high and low, we basically look at that point of interest and we'll see if the price is going to respect. Then we find the opportunities of continuation. In an intraday, we were looking this breakout. So last week we had this impulsive move. After impulsive, pretty straightforward price broken this high, this high, this high. And afterwards, we had this beautiful pullback. And if you look at the candlestick pattern, we have a bullish engulfing candle, price nicely broken, beautiful short trade here, long trade here. And afterward, we also had this long trade here. And today at the market open, my recording is there in my QFX platform. As explained to my trader, we have two possibilities. One is if the price is going to respect and then look for the pullback. But if the price refuses to stay above that, then there's a possibility of counter opportunity. That's what exactly we're looking at. And the best way to look at if the price break and come back and give us the confirmation, that's the high probability of short. In intraday, there might be a possibility of pullback short trade here. So if you look at the last week, we had an amazing, most of them, if you look at here, we had a long trade here and pretty straightforward. You can see here in this analysis, we had this move. After this move, we were looking pullback. And in intraday, we clearly mentioned, get slightly so you will understand the analysis. Okay, so what we explain in this analysis, the way we're looking into it, we have the way we explain why a high probability is long, because we look at the price broken in intraday and we look at the previous price action. We have impulsive correction, we have impulsive, and we are looking this one, and you can see the price nicely broken. The price refused. The way the price action we were expecting it, this is the sign of continuation. We're looking where the price refused. So we had this impulsive reaction and price nicely respected here. So as mentioned here, this is the sign of, that's the first priority that we are looking for pullback if the price do well. Then we have another possibility of breakout. That's the scaling trade, we call it. But let's suppose if the price impulsively come back here or break this level after this breakout, there's a two possibility. One is aggressive, which is I normally don't look at for this one. The best way is let the price break, give us the confirmation for looking for short. So we explain all these 1, 2, 3 format. Price has to behave it accordingly, and that's what the price did. So not only this one, when the price is about to develop opportunity, we broadcast that information in the MyQFX platform. So now based on this analysis, if you look at here, so price nicely developed pullback, not only pullback, when we look at the price action here, let me explain to you guys here. So you can see here the price come back and develop double bottom here around this level. That give us the high probability of sign of continuation. So we had this beautiful long trade here in last week. That was the beautiful trade we had. We also had another one, which is a pretty straightforward. You can see here, we have pinpoint the only possibility of long trade here. Then later on, we also had another amazing, beautiful counter short trade here, which is we are looking here and look at here, this area of interest. So we have this short trade here. But if you look at how we explain to our trader that how they should be looking into the trade, and if you look at here, the price trap into this area, you can see here the price previously respected 1, 2, 3. So we are looking for breakout. And when we look at the price is, and we already mentioned to our trader that the possibility of might be a counter opportunity. So as mentioned in my previous analysis, the best and the safest way to trade, we look at this price nicely broken. And after this breakout, so we were expecting a pullback here. So we have price nicely develop a pullback. So that was an amazing short trade here. So based on the previous analysis, the safest trade for me to look at, which is already explained to my trader most of the time, let the price break, give us the confirmation, which price broken, and give us the confirmation, and beautiful. As soon as the price hit this level, we explain our trader it's time to bank some profit. So you can see here whether the price is going up or down at the specific level. When we look at the price section, our job as analysts, we broadcast that information, or when the opportunities develop based on that, we broadcast that information too. So we had pretty straightforward. If you look at here around this level, so we were expecting here another pullback here around this level. So we develop another analysis and we explain our trader there's a point of interest what we're looking here. Let me explain to bigger. So if you look at the analysis, what we're looking here is looking for pullback here. We can see this rejection here. So in intraday, this is what we did. We just went, this is the low is broken. Price also developed low high. So looking for this breakout. So while the price is here, we don't initiate any trade. Once the price broken this high based on this analysis, you can see a price nicely shoot up, hit this level. Then we suggest our traders time to bring some profit. So that was a beautiful, a long trade we had it. And then today, we also had my recording is there and all the analysis in the MyQFX channel. So we had a beautiful counter opportunity, which is a pretty straightforward. You can see here the price nicely broken, not only just broken, and after this breakout, give us the confirmation for counter short trade here. So we had amazing trade here. So what exactly if you're looking for moving forward? As you know, this week we had a non-farm payroll is coming, and we're going to be just follow the basic price action. So what I'm expecting here, this is the point of interest. If you look at the price nicely broken, this one, we have impulsive correction, and impulsive. So the price come back. So what I'm expecting here is if the price going to come down around this level, then I'm expecting one more push upside to the down. You can see a 1, 2, third touch. This is the point of interest where I'm looking for another push to the upside. So there might be a possibility. If you look at this candlestick pattern, we have a bearish engulfing candle pattern. There might be a possibility price might further gonna go, and at this level, we're gonna look at the price action. So one possibility is long, second possibility is short. For the short, I would rather prefer let the price break, give us the confirmation, than looking for short. Otherwise, we're looking for one more push, which is the high time frame. This is a 4-hour chart we are looking into it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's look at the pound dollar. We had amazing trade, guys. Beautiful trade. And pretty straightforward. We were, this is the last week price action. So we were expecting after this impulsive reaction, we were looking this push to the downside. But as always mentioned to my trader, because we are looking basic price action. If you look at the price previously, we had this, impulsive and correction and impulsive. But price also developed a downside channel pattern. So we had this beautiful breakout was performed last week. And after that, we are looking another pullback, price nicely broken, beautiful long and comeback. We're looking for another pullback. This morning, as mentioned to my trader, recording is there on my live analysis, that if the price is going to respect, then I'm expecting continuation. Otherwise, let the price break, give us the confirmation, or pull back to the downside. So right now, the price is at this level. So we'll see. And upcoming days and hours, there's a possibility. If the price is going to develop like that, then I'm expecting continuation to the upside. But if the price develops a false breakout, give us the confirmation, then I'll be looking for short trade here. Let me share with you guys last week analysis. We had this beautiful breakout long trade here, which is a pretty straightforward. We explain all this pinpoint based on that. Price nicely broken and beautiful trade here. Some of the traders, they're asking what is the meaning of breakouts. Breakout means like if you are completely new, price, there's three things: price behavior, price pattern, and the price structure. So we look at all this combination. Whenever the price trap into the situation and develop a pattern, whenever the price break this pattern, there's opportunities develop. And that's why as an analyst, we broadcast the current market price action, what is developed, what kind of pattern is developed, and what opportunities we're looking at, which is amazing for especially for the novice trader and also the professional trader. So in this case, if you look at here, I'm not going to press a button at the buy or long unless the price is going to come out from this area. So you can see here the price nicely broken, beautiful, and the price nicely developed on the pullback. So that's amazing, opportunities, and at the same time, you developing your knowledge base. Now, every time when the price develop this certain structure, because you have seen it many times in MyQFX platform, subconsciously you program your mindset every time the price action. Most of the traders basically they just message us, okay, this kind of pattern is developed, I think it's going to go up. So that's the way we basically help our trader, both novice and experienced trader. So for example, if in the morning we did an analysis and explain our trader, and a recording is there, that if the price failed to belay, fail to respect this level, then I'm expecting a counter opportunity. And not only this one, we also did the analysis. So let me share with you the other analysis and today analysis. So we had another beautiful analysis, which is a pretty straightforward. And if you look at here, that's the price action we had it, and how precisely and we define once we see the big moves is developed. Price was around this level, and here this is the our analysis that this is the high is broken, respected here. We're looking for this breakout. So while the price is here, we are not interested. And if you look at here, what happened here? So we have both possibilities here. One is aggressive breakout. So if you're a trader, you can have taken, because once we see the big moves is developed. And if you look ahead, from my point of view, we have impulsive correction and looking one more push to the upside. But based on this analysis, you can see the aggressive breakout, this one. And after that, the safest way, this pullback give us the high probability of long here. So you can see last week, guys, based on the 4-hour chart, based on our intraday analysis, we had amazing trade here. Another one, which is a pretty straightforward. As mentioned here, we have this impulsive down to the sides. We're looking for one more push to the upside. And if you look at the analysis, the price nicely developed. We already mentioned this point through intraday and through live analysis, that looking for this breakout, price nicely broken, and develop 1, 2nd, and 3rd pullback hit to the profit target. Then we suggest our traders time to bank some profit. So that was a beautiful trade. We had it today, this morning, and the recording is there, all of our analysis. And I already mentioned to my trader that if the price is going to fail to stay above, looking for short here. For us, the safest trade, let me explain to you here again, so that you will understand. So if you look at, this is the price action we had it. This is the Asian session price action. Why I did not put line here, why I put line here, why I put line here, why not here? Because this is very important. We look at the price action. Now let me explain to you. You can see here the price come back here and then develop this low. This is double top. This is high. So the price refused to stay above this level. So we put, this is the point of interest. This is the point of interest for us. Second, we look at here, this high, price nicely respected here. This is the high, price already broken this one. So we are looking here, if the price can break, then we're looking for a trade here. There's two possibilities. One is aggressive breakout. There's still possibility, depends on the risk appetite of each trader. For me, is always look, let the price break and give me the confirmation. That give me the high probability of sign of continuation. So if you look at today analysis, we have, as mentioned here, the price nicely broken. And after that, this is the high probability of sign to continuation to the downside. Once the price broken, I said to my trader, any pullback would consider a high probability trade. Keep in mind, as long as the price stay below this level, keep looking a short trade here. Top of that, we have our own proprietary indicator, which give us the high probability momentum indicator. But technically, we don't believe all these indicators. We mainly look at the price action, but this is basically give you a little bit icing, top of icing of your trades. As long as this is red, any pullback would consider a high probability trade. Once the price hit to the certain profit target, you can see here the price here, what sort of price action is developed, price come back and sort of like developing a double bottom here. Then we suggest our traders time to bank some profit. So what you're going to learn here, you're also learning all the analysis we broadcast in MyQFX, how you should be taking those analysis. Trading is all about patience and discipline. Whenever these opportunities develop, that's why our trader continuously during London and the New York session, continuously monitoring the price action and basically broadcasting that information in the analysis. All right, so I'm going to do pound yen and the gold. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, just write it down or you can ask, just raise the hand. I'll let you to talk. Okay, so yen has amazing moves, guys, last week. Amazing. And I'll be very honest with you. It was sometimes very challenging for us to do analysis because they're so volatile in the yen. And if you look at here, that's only basically yen, Bank of Japan basically mentioned. So that's what happened. You can see here, we had this beautiful short trade here, and we have another pullback. So, it's easy to go to the historical price to say it, but it was very challenging to trade. But as mentioned, when the price broken, as mentioned to my trader, any deep pullback would consider high probability trade. This is what we decided and mentioned. Look for short trade here. Because being an intraday, we also look for the counter, but it has to be a valid entry. But it was not easy to trade. It was a very challenging. And I said to my trader, especially last couple of days, we had these big moves. So I said to you, if you have a positive portfolio, don't touch it. But all the opportunity, we did amazing analysis, but lately we tell my trader just look for the short trade here on all the yen pair across the board. Okay, so if you look at today, we had Asian session. We had this beautiful, once the market opened, that was a beautiful short trade here. We had this area of interest, which is a support level. As I mentioned, we're always looking the price action. We also had this rejection that give us the possibility sign of reversal, basically not trend change. Because if you look at the way we look at the trend change, we need an impulsive move. So we have this impulsive, but we didn't see impulsive. So this is basically correction. So, but being an intraday, we also manage squeeze few VPs. Let me share with you guys. We have this one, which is a pretty straightforward. And this is the beauty of our analysis, that once the price develop, we mention all these points. There's a two possibility if the price develop pullback because we have impulsive. Okay, let me explain to you a few further. So why I mention here, so then we will apply. Why we mention here to look any pullback or breakout here? Because always pay attention to historical price action, and it will tell you the basic price action and the basic price behavior, which is very important. So in this context, what I can see here, if I can tell you the story, what's happening with the price. So we have, and you can see all these points. We have this price broken and then price 1, 2, 3 times rejected, right? So technically we were expecting continuation, but price refused, impulsive reaction. Once the price impulsive reaction, because price respected many time, so the price should do this way. This is the price should behave, but price didn't. So it means this is what we call a trap. Speculation, manipulation. This is what we call a trap because yen, psychological, everyone is looking for short. So when we see this breakout, we don't jump into the long trade here. We have this impulsive move. That impulsive move give us any correction or any pullback, give us the high probability of sign of continuation, counter trade here. But again, this analysis based on this price action where we see it, and we have pinpoint all these, point of interest. So if you look at the analysis, you can see here what happened here based on that. price nicely broken. Yeah. And after that, we were looking here, pullback. So based on this price action, that give us the high probability of sign of continuation to the upside. This is what I'm trying to say to you guys. Pay attention to detail when we do this analysis. So we had this beautiful counter long trade here. We also had another beautiful short trade here. Now, again, let me explain to you here what happened here. So we were looking at price action here because we have this impulsive move, an impulsive correction. When the price moved slow, that gave us the high probability of possibility of one push to the downside. But when that's going to happen, you know, so that's why our intraday analysis helps. So this is what we did. We did analysis here, pretty straightforward. We explained that the price previously respected this area. If the price is going to break, then look for long trade here. You can see the price came back here, trap into this situation. And if you look at here, the price nicely respected this area twice. You not one, you can see twice. So once the price respected twice, a broken here, and this one after that we have another pullback and sign of. But the price when we're looking here in 1 hour chart, this is the point of interest we're looking here, and then we combine that analysis. If you look ahead, this point of interest, we have a bearish engulfing candle. Once the price broken and look for pullback and intraday, we have this analysis. That's the beautiful breakout. We had an amazing short trade here. And once the price developed counter opportunity, we also did that analysis. Let me share with you guys here. We had another one, which is a pretty straightforward. And if you look at here, once the price respected here, we're looking here at this level. And if you look ahead, the analysis point of view, we have price nicely respected here. Beautiful. And you can see here the price nicely developed. If you look at the analysis here, let me share with you guys. So the price nicely broken at this level, first at this level, price came back as mentioned to our trader, just hold it. Let's see here, the price come back and break another beautiful long trade here. That's another counter long trade here. So what amazing analysis. We had a beautiful short trade here, long trade here. Okay, so let's look at the gold. We're gonna be looking at gold, mostly traders trading a gold. And to be honest, the thing is, this is we had amazing analysis because if you look at, we have a lot of analysis because first is a highly volatile, and one thing we have updated, we have optimized our gold chart, especially in intraday. So reason behind it, because it's a very we have basically managed it to optimize in a way that we should have, few analysis, but the good analysis means few trades, but very good trades. That's what we did, and I'm going to show you in a minute now. So if you look at the gold, we have sort of like prices keep respecting support and resistance. And as mentioned in my previous analysis, so the way I look at, so let's suppose if I'm looking, let's say okay, price nicely respected here. So I'm expecting there will, because if you look at this candlestick pattern, we have a bullish engulfing candle. So we were expecting there might be a possibility of long here, but price might gonna be possibility of short trade here. So we also had a long trade here, this breakout, and then later on the price refused to continue, and we also had a short trade here. Then later on, we explained our trader live, the price action what we're expecting here. We have, this is strong body bullish. We have another strong body bearish. That give us the high probability of sign of continuation bearish. So as mentioned to Meta, looking for this breakout. So we had an amazing short trade here. We also had a long trade here, which is I've already skewed few pips, amazing pips. And I was expecting continuation, which price refused. Then we did another analysis. So we had this beautiful short trade here. Then we explained our trader, there might be a possibility price going to respect because we don't see any fundamental news. So you can see a pretty straightforward price nicely respected. So we have this channel has been developed. Within this channel, if the price is here, we look at an intraday for short. If the price is here, look at the intraday if we see the opportunity for long. So let me share with you guys how we analyze today. And if you look at here, we had this beautiful, pretty straightforward. We had the short trade here, which is we are looking for the short trade here at this level. So if you look at the analysis point of view, we already mentioned looking for this breakout. So we are looking for this pullback. So if you look, let me make it zoom and explain to you guys in more detail so you will understand how we analyze the market. So we have this area of interest, price nicely broken and give us the confirmation. So if you look at the analysis, we had this analysis this morning, and it's pretty straightforward. You can see these 2 points as mentioned here, these one, price nicely broken, price developed this low here, and then as mentioned to my trader, any pullback would consider high probability trade. Then you look at the price action here. So we have, if you look at in this scenario, we can see here any moves to the downside has impulsive pattern. So you can say impulsive correction, impulsive correction, impulsive correction, impulsive. So once the price break this one, that give us the high probability. Then we look at the intraday, we have this area of interest. So we had this beautiful. Later on, once the price respected, we also had a counter long trade here. And the reason behind it, we look at the analysis point of view, we're looking for this one long here. But price came back and developed a false breakout, and that gave us amazing short trade here. And that was, let me share with you guys this one. Okay, this one, the continuation sign. We had this one probably, yeah. This one another, because as you can see, as the price going up, so going down, so we continuously broadcasting that analysis. So we had it, first analysis, we had this one, which is I was expecting there might be a possibility of sign of continuation, but I managed very decent profit under this one. But we were looking here. So in my recording analysis, live analysis, I've already mentioned here that if the price is going to break and give us the confirmation sign of continuation. So this bullish engulfing candle, this is the big move we had it, because we expect price nicely respected 3 times here. That give us the high probability. And as soon as we squeeze some pips here, price came back here. And we updated our analysis, and then we explained our trader that the price nicely respected 1, second time, third time, then possibility of continuation to the downside. Then we did another analysis. That was a beautiful trade here. So you can see here, they're pretty straightforward. As soon as the price behave, because there's a 3 pairs, let me explain to you, which we are continuously monitoring it and producing live analysis, because we are also managing funds and mainly gold, pound yen, and the pound dollar. We broadcast SQUAC. We also discuss the situation. We also discuss the high time frame possibilities and probability, and top of that, this intraday analysis. So what happened in the previous analysis, we had this beautiful long trade here, price refused. Then we mentioned to our trader, guys, so price trap. So we have 2 situations. Price developed impulsive. After impulsive, we were looking at correction and continuation, which is price did not do it. So the price nicely came back here. So we said, if the price is going to break this level, which is, let me explain to you in 1 hour. If the price is going to break this area, then look for short here. So we did this analysis and explained how to look for this breakout. As mentioned, as always mentioned to my trader, if you look at based on this analysis, the safest way we had it, that was the safest way we had it. There you can see the price nicely broken and give us the confirmation. That is the high probability of short trade. Price nicely hit to the profit target. And we really enjoy, and this really, as you can see, the price nicely hit to the profit, and this is the way the price reversed. After that, I said to my trader, it's time to close all your positions, because we have a London close, and this is what we're looking here. So moving forward, what exactly we're looking here, we have a point of interest, this area. Let's say if the price come back here and retest this level and fail to break, then I'm expecting continuation. But if the price can break, give us the confirmation, looking for short here. This is the major support area. This is the major support. And we can see this is the pattern is developing it. And if you look ahead, this sort of like a falling wedge. This is the early sign of push. When that's going to happen, we don't know it, because we have FOMC meeting is coming this week. Probably that might going to create some interesting opportunity for the goal. And if you look ahead today, we had a very decent profit. As you can see here, this is one of the small accounts we're managing is 25,893 trade we had it, and you can see here, we had it long trade, you can see it, and you can see a nice beautiful profit we had it on one of the small account. Okay, so now I'm ready for, okay, it's 40 minutes, I did not realize. Okay, right, so what exactly okay, I'm looking for questions, guys. If is there anything I can help you, I'm more than happy to help you guys. Okay, let me take some questions. Let's see here. Right, so Dr. KP, thank you so much, Dr. KP. All right. All right, thank you, thank you. Yeah, because that's my objective. Consistency, positive is a very, very important. You know, that's what exactly what my objective is today. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, so we have one question, okay? That is question Jetly, okay? Interesting greeting to you. Okay, thank you for your, okay, support leading us the analysis every week. Okay, my question is how much of your account do you risk in a single trade? Okay, um, right. Okay, so it depends. The way we trade it, I'm basically as a scalper, uh, because I'm also I know how to position trading and swing trading and everything. The first thing is you need to identify the format which you are more comfortable to trade, which is very, very important. And based on that, you have to define how much you are willing to risk. So why I'm saying in format is, for example, let's say there's a different way of to trade. For example, some traders, I'm a scalper, you know, as soon as I see the prices coming back and rejecting here, I open a one small trade here and then let's go, then I add another one, then I keep adding it, another one, right? That's the way I do it. And then if I see the price rejecting here, so I take a long trade here, price going in my favor, I'm going to keep adding into it. So in this situation, this format, I don't look at how much I'm willing to risk in one trade. I'm looking that, okay, in this format, I'm looking, okay, let's suppose if my account, for hypothetically, let's say my $10,000 of an account, how much before I adopt this format, I look at how much I'm willing to lose today, right? So I look at, say, 1% or 2%. So I need to define. So let's suppose if I said I'm not going to lose more than 2% a day, right? Then I can open a multiple position as long as my loss is not going above the 2% of that account. This is one of the format, basically. Another format is just basically like trading, like I'm just going to open a one or two positions, then it's slightly different. For example, if I'm going to be looking a short trade here and I'm expecting my profit target here, and as soon as I see the bearish engulfing candle, I open my position. Let's assume before I opening it, I need to see, okay, if the trade is now going to in my favor, so where I need to get out. So let's suppose if I'm going to be my stop loss is probably going to be at this level. So I'm going to measure how many pips are. So in this pips, let's suppose 100 pips, let's say. In 100 pips, I'm going to be losing it. If I lose the 100 pips, how much I'm willing to lose my account? Then everyone has a different appetite. Some traders, they are very conservative. Some traders, they are very aggressive. So it depends on your trading plan. So let's suppose if somebody say, you know, traders say, okay, I have a $10,000 for an account. I'm not going to lose 2%. I'm not going to lose 1% in one trade. Then he will basically define, he will open a position. If trade goes against, he will be out with 1%. But if the trade goes in favor, he might come out with a 1% 1 to 1 or 1 to 2. It depends on the market condition. So that's what exactly, that's my basically objective and goals, that I train people based on their lifestyle, based on their trading plan. Otherwise, the industry standard, people say if you lose one, make sure you make twice. But today, current market condition, it is very challenging. So once you understand the market condition and situation, then if you understand your risk management, then you basically adopt your trading plan based on the market condition. But keep in mind, you keep all the basics, is the same. So in this scenario, it depends how much you are willing to lose in one trade, you define it. So then exactly you look at how you build. For example, I'm looking every trade, whenever the trade break and give me the confirmation that's the high probability trade, I'm willing to take a risk of 2%. But if the trade is aggressive, I'm willing to take only 1%. So it depends on the trading situation. So I would say that that's why in MyQFX platform, there is no dollars, there's no money. You trade with the pips. The reason why, because you have to master the art of enter, when to get exit. Once you master it, then you understand, okay, this kind of price action fit my personality. This kind of trade is fit my personality, and this kind of trade, if I risk this much, I get this much. If I risk this much, I get this much. So you adopt, you're comfortable. I cannot tell you the way I trade because I'm a scalper, basically. If I see the opportunity here, I just buy and take another few more trades and just get out. Somebody don't, right? So you have to basically define your trading format, and then you basically define, okay, how much you are willing to lose for one trade or two trade. Then again, trader also comes to me. I said, okay, how many trades you do in a day? So that's one so very important, and when you trade. So based on that information, you have to define your risk parameter, how much you should willing to risk. In my opinion, if you are learning into it, I would say trade with a very small lot size. Trust me, trade with the very, very small lot size, because this is the problem. If you win one trade and two trade, you get overconfidence and you increase the lot size. As soon as you increase the lot size, one trade goes against, you lose the confidence. And then what's going to happen? You're probably going to be trading as a revenge trading. Reason why I'm saying it, trade with a small lot size, you need to get used to it, how to play with the money, right? And once you get used to it, and then you slowly, gradually you increase, because this game is all about the psychology, and that's the most important thing. Once you understand that, okay, even if you're making trading with a 10, 1 10 cent or 10 cent, you make some profit, and slowly you can increase your lot size and feel comfortable, and then you can understand, okay, which price action which trade I should be taking into it, and what risk I should be taking into it. I hope I answered the question. All right, any other question, guys? It's been a long time, so I was supposed to finish in 35-40 minutes. And if you have any questions, guys, most welcome. Feel free to ask. This is the opportunity for you to ask, and feel free to join MyQFX platform, and also subscribe to the MyQFX YouTube channel. All right, no more questions. You're welcome, my friend. Okay, we have one more question. Does the challenge on the trade also is related to the geopolitical situation? Yes, it depends which instruments you are trading. So if you are trading gold, and of course the geopolitical situation does impact. If you're trading oil, of course that's going to make impact. If you're trading any pair which is related to the dollar, then definitely it is going to impact. uh, which is a pretty straightforward. If in Forex Factory you can go and check it. For example, if I'm trading gold, I know if something situation is gonna be get worse, then more likely we can see the gold would be considered as a safe haven. Uh, but that's the way we look at. And of course, if the situation been escalated, and that's going to impact to the oil, and if that's going to make impact to the oil, that's of course the oil price is going to go higher. So these are some of the depends on which instrument you're trading. Yes, some of the instruments it does impact geopolitical. All right, guys, that's it for now. And as always mentioned to all of my trader, patient and discipline are key. Trade with an edge, manage risk, be consistent, keep it simple. Have a safe trading, guys, and wish you all the best. Let's get back to the pipping and have a nice week, guys. Until next time, all the best.